Hi, you're watching Investor Insights, and this is an RBA update on the 6th of August 13. The RBA cut rates about an hour ago, and the market reaction has been very positive for the Aussie dollar for some reason. The Aussie dollar was at 89.2 and it's now basically almost 90, so about 70 basis points. Stock market really hasn't moved much. Nothing significant has really happened, but I think it's more so the commentary that came out from the lemming financial community, and most of them agree on the same thing. This easing cycle is nowhere near finished. All sectors outside of mining are performing very poorly. It doesn't take a genius to work that one out. Inflation is tame, absolute lie, but they seem to believe it or want to believe it. And they believe that the real estate market is going to improve. It's going to push up the bid on this already speculative bubble. They're expecting the net wealth effect to help people into spending more money, obviously, because if your house values are going up, you feel good, you go out and you spend some money that really is now being able to afford less, is now able to buy less and less because inflation is running wild. This is pretty much expected. I didn't expect anything other than what these guys are saying. There's the odd one article that I read on CNBC.com that one particular guy thinks that the easing cycle is finished. 2.5% is low enough. I think it's way too low anyway, because having such stimulus in the form of low rates is just going to drive inflation. It's just going to create more and more inflation, and that's one thing that we don't want. And we're getting into a situation where this country is going to enter a period of stagflation. That is one of stagnant growth, high inflation, and high unemployment. So I don't know where the Aussie dollar, where the RBA is going to keep on going. I mean, it's got a lot of room to move. I mean, 2.5 is 250 basis points above zero. Look at England, look at America, look at Japan. They've been in naught forever. So this is a tough one. The only sure thing I know is that this Aussie dollar has got a long way to go. Not only is there talk of Fed tapering, and I always like to reiterate that they probably won't do it. And if they actually did do it, that Aussie dollar is going to take another leg down. But it's destined to go down anyway, because the interest rate differentials between the Aussie dollar and most of the currencies now getting smaller and smaller. So therefore, Australia is no longer a place where you can borrow your money from a place of low interest and just invest in a place of high interest. It's a carry trade, and make some gains out of it. You know, it's not as feasible anymore. When we had rates at 4.75 percentage points, yeah, that was good. I mean, take money out of Japan, 0%, put it in here. Even if you put in a term deposit, you're still earning 4.75%. Pretty good. Only thing you got to worry about is the currency fluctuation. But that would have worked out well last year anyway. or 2 years ago even. Very good. Borrow money and buy Aussie when the yen was at 75, return it now at 103, make a killing. In fact, you make a 30% killing on top of the 4.75 over 2 years. That's 9%. It's 39% return over 2 years. Just putting it in the bank in Australia. But unfortunately, from how I gather, the price action of the Aussie dollar, you know that this easing cycle is nowhere near finished. This easing cycle could easily have another 2, 3, 4 cuts in it of 25 basis points. I really cannot understand why the government statistical offices don't put out real inflation numbers. Because if they start to look into real inflation, these rate cuts would vaporize instantaneously. And as I have said many times before, when the RBA starts hiking rates, that's the end game right there. Just like the Fed will hike rates eventually, that will be their end game. And any other central bank for that matter hiking rates is going to spell the end. All these bubbles, all these excesses, they're just going to implode. And all these speculators are going to get crushed. But that's it for the moment. The Aussie dollar has actually traded higher. And as I said before, it's buy the rumour, sell the fact. And I'd be probably looking to short some Aussie dollar very soon. I don't see any reason why it should have any upward momentum, especially after a rate cut. Mind you, last year in September, I got killed short the Aussie dollar and it ran 100 points. Crap happens, but we all live and learn. So until next time, I wish you many happy returns and prosperous trading.